All right, let's take a look at some of these pull-offs now. Pull-offs are ornaments to express a melody, and they're one of the defining sounds of bluegrass banjo. The same with slides and hammer-ons. So let's take a look at this first one now. These are eighth note pull-offs. So here's the exercise. Now, what we're going to do is start on the fourth string. Middle finger is going to go on second fret, fourth string, and I'm plucking with thumb. So the way you'd want to count this is 1 and. The first note is 1, and then the pull off is the and. So you've got 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. Then what you do is go to the second fret, third string. Now, a little bit about the technique of this. Make sure you're keeping your thumb planted firmly on the back of the neck. That'll keep your hand in position, and you can use leverage to create these pull-offs, slides, hammer-ons, and you just get a stronger sounding ornament. So the other thing is I'm pulling kind of downwards. You don't pull just like back off, straight off. You kind of flick it down. That just gives you a real crisp sounding pull off. So fourth string, pluck with thumb. We're doing 4 pull offs. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. Take your middle finger, second fret, third string, pluck with thumb. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. Index on the next one is going first fret, second string. I'm plucking this with index. Pull down. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. And the last one, middle finger on first string, second fret, plucking with middle finger on the right. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. So go up, go down, improvise with it so you can just get some interesting sounds. All right, pull off number 2. It's a little different than the first one. We're actually going to include a square roll. Here's what it sounds like. So what we're going to do here is plant the index on second fret, third string, middle finger on third fret, third string. And we're doing this pull off. This is different because we're going to kind of push up, or at least that's what I do. Some people do pull down on this. I don't really do that because it just doesn't work for me as well. So I push up. Sorry. So what we're going to do is 1 square roll. The pull off is going to go in the first half. The first note of the square roll. So we're going to go. and open. This is great for metronome practice. Practice it very slow. Just make sure you're getting a real crisp pull-off. Thumb on the back of the neck. And just keep playing on the tips of your fingers. All right, let's look at pull-off number 3. This is similar to pull-off number 2. Still going to use the square roll, but we're going to do 2 pull-offs for that one measure, so it's going to sound like this. So we're not even going to take our index off there. We're just going to leave that planted. So the pull-off is going to happen on the first note, 1 and 2 and then the 5th note of the measures. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And pull-off is landing on the first beat and the third beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And practice that real slow with the metronome and just get used to that little position and keeping that index anchored. This stuff's really great for using as solos, like say for the B part of Cripple Creek. Here's an example. Just an example of how you can use these in a tune. All right, here's pull-off number 4. Similar to the other ones, it's a little bit more of a rapid-fire sounding pull-off. Very effective and really cool sounding. Adds a lot of excitement to your playing. This is in tunes like Pike County Breakdown is where I think I first heard this. So same position, index on 2nd fret 3rd string, middle on 3rd fret 3rd string. We're going to use the square roll for this, but we're not using the 5th string. We're going thumb on the 3rd, index on the 2nd, thumb on the 3rd, middle on the 1st. That's the pattern for this. So there's going to be 4 pull-offs within this measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So every thumb that hits that 3rd string will be a pull-off. Now, here's another example of a B part of Cripple Creek with this really exciting sounding pull-off. So here's one B part. Just another example of how you can change up the songs you already know with something a little different. And practice this one very slow with the metronome. Try to get those pull-offs nice and crisp. All right, here's pull-off number 5 and another square roll, but this one's going to be on the 4th string. Middle finger is going 2nd fret 4th string. Here's the lick. So I still pull down with this one. It seems like pulling up would be good as well because there's nothing on this side of it to hit. So it still feels a little funny to me to do that. So I like to pull downwards with this. So middle finger, 2nd fret, 4th string. And our square roll now is hitting strings 4, 2, 5, 1. And then very slowly. All right, pull-off number 6 is quite different than the other ones. We're going to be using the Dillard roll with this. Here's what this sounds like. So this one's very effective as well for creating excitement in your solos. So this time middle finger is going on 2nd fret 1st string. And let's go over the Dillard roll. We've got middle on the 1st, index 2nd, middle on the 1st, thumb on the 5th. And you do that 2 times, and that's 1 measure. So every time the middle hits the 1st string, you do this pull off. I pull down with this one, and here's the lick. So just pluck, index 2nd, then it's open from there. And you can also play more scale notes with this up the neck. You can just kind of explore the fingerboard with it. It's really fun to improvise with. So if I was going to use this in a tune, you could use it for, say, like B part of Blackberry Blossom could be a cool thing, because that could work over an E minor chord. And if I did pull-offs on an E minor scale, you could do something that sounds like this. Here's the B part for Blackberry Blossom. So try those out, start to use them as much as you can in tunes, and just make sure to play them very, very slow, because that's the important part of getting these sounding crisp and clear. So have fun.